Welcome. I read a very intriguing and worrisome report in the New York Times this weekend, and I'll put a link to it in the description so you can read the full thing for yourself. But what they're saying is that people in government, people in power, people with big business, people, all over are afraid of Trump and Elon Musk, afraid of him. And so they don't want to be called out. If you remember in that CPAC meeting where Trump called out the governor, I believe it was Oregon, over a transgender issue, and he called her out in front of everybody and was rude, and she's standing up for the people who elected her. And no telling what has happened because of that. But anyway, Elizabeth Boomiller wrote this report, reporting from Washington, and she says in it that people say they are intimidated by online attacks from the president, concerned about harm to their businesses, or worried about the safety of their families. Imagine being someone in power and being afraid of Elon Musk's power that he's been handed, or the elected power that we've given Donald J. Trump. Fired federal workers who are worried about losing their homes ask not to be quoted by name. University presidents fearing that millions of dollars in federal funding could disappear or holding their fire. Chief executives alarmed by tariffs that could hurt their businesses are on mute. People don't want to speak out because they don't know what Trump's going to do to them. Elon Musk can elect anybody with the money that he has. He's got billions of dollars. He could put thousands of billions of millions of dollars into the pockets of these people who are trying to get reelected, like Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Anybody who's really backing Trump does not have to worry about their reelection. Even longtime Republican hawks on Capitol Hill, stunned by President Trump's revisionist history that Ukraine is to blame for its invasion by Russia and his Oval Office blow-up at President Zelensky, have either muzzled themselves, tiptoed up to criticism without naming Mr. Trump, or completely reversed their positions. People on both sides of the aisle who would normally be part of the public dialogue about the big issues of the day say they are intimidated by the prospect of online attacks by Trump and Musk. They're, read that in the beginning. They're concerned about harm to their companies and frightened for the safety of their families. Politicians fear banishment by a party remade in Trump's image, and the prospect of primary opponents financed by Mr. Musk, the president's all-powerful partner and the world's richest man. You gotta have some balls in this society to go up against these guys, right? And if you're sitting there in Washington and you've been in Senate or the House for decade after decade, and you might have an opponent, but they don't ever get close to beating you. You really don't have to worry about it, because right now, everybody's on Trump's side. They're all scared of him. If you're scared of Trump and you won't stand up to him, then you're on his side, because the people who elected you or who put you over a business or your employees who are dependent on you if you have a business, this is in your control. We're the little guy down here. We can't do anything. I mean, we can make our voices heard. We can protest. We can have spending freezes and all these things. But when it all boils down to it, we don't have the power. The only way we have power is if we can get enough people to go with us to do what we got to do. And it may come to that, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And in the meantime, a lot of these things that Trump is doing, they've already fired people and begged them to come back. Oh, we need you. We didn't mean to fire you. What's going to happen when they fire the one guy who knows how to do X, Y, and Z, and the guy who knows how to do X, Y, and Z says, no, I don't want to come back. I've got a new job. I want to do something where I don't have to worry about getting fired for doing my damn job. You got to think about this, y'all. We've got people in power who are scared of the president and Elon Musk. So what we can do is we can bond together, join together and figure out where we can say what we want to say. Like, I'm saying what I want to say. And I mean, I don't think they've got the power to take me off of YouTube. I'm sure they do, but I'm just this little voice over here, right? I'm just this little channel over here speaking my mind and hoping to have some supporters to join with me and to go and to figure out how we can go to these people in power and say, do something, shake them, do something for us before it's too late. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you being on the side of good in this government, the right side of history, by supporting other people and having empathy for our friends, our families, and our brothers and sisters in this world, whether they have the same skin color or the same sexual orientation or the same, socioeconomic level in life. We're all in this together.